Hello guys, my name is Maxwell from Nairobi Insight Media Group, and this is the story of Samuel Kamau, a 24-year-old multimillionaire athlete who died after he was caught in bed with his side chick. Before August 2008, Naya Town was only known for its potatoes and cold weather due to the presence of the scenic waterfall called Thompson. However, on this day, things were about to change and the town would earn its place in the world stage because in the Olympics that were taking place in Beijing, their son born and bred in the cold central town was participating in the World Marathon. His name was Samuel Kamau, a man short-like but fast like a bullet. He had earned this spot through blood, sweat, and mental toughness taught by his Japanese coach Kobayashi, who scouted him while training in a camp in the town. Impressed by his talent, he took him to Japan in May 4, 2002 under scholarship. Since Samuel had dropped out of high school at 15 years due to lack of school fees, Samuel hailed from a humble family, but had gladly discovered his running talent in primary, which he banked on as he enrolled at the training camp after dropping out. A bet that was finessed by Kobayashi, who after spotting him in the camp, took him to Gakwan High School in Japan where his talent was polished, catching the eyes of Toyota, who signed him under their squad immediately after his graduation in 2004. Now at 18 years, he was already earning some good amount of money from Toyota to change his family life back at home and also page his high school girlfriend Triza. A story of from grass to grace that pushed him further to win more marathons for his car manufacturing employer. Wins that prepared him for his first big bag of 40 million Kenyan shillings on February 2008 from winning the Zayed International Half Marathon. This was crazy money that he'd never imagined of touching, but God did. Just like DJ Khaled said, Samuel, now a multimillionaire at age 21, was quick to share this cash with his mom, whom he bought a tractor as he invested back home in property. He bought tracts of land and turned 4 of those into dairy farms which housed hybrid cows. And 4 months later, he was now crossing the finish line at Beijing Olympics in an NWR time, about to change his life even more than he'd imagined. First, he now became a national hero for bringing Kenya gold. And second, he was about to feel like Pablo Escobar because money was not going to be the problem. The Olympic gold win guaranteed him 70 million Kenyan shillings from the event, plus 1.5 M prize from both the president and Safaricom. Money that not only helped him build a palatial home for his young fam, but also helped him go independent by quitting running for his Japanese bosses. A move that would turn tragic since he turned to alcohol when the pressure of his new celebrity status caught up with him. As an Olympic champion, brands both commercial and political were looking for him everywhere. He was now a star in everyone's eyes, something that confused who had grown up humble. So without anyone to talk to, he found solace in the bottle. A habit critics said would derail his performance, but Mans could drink a whole night and run the marathon the next day. Something he proved when he won both the London Marathon and Chicago Marathon after drinking previous nights, earning a whooping total of 500 million Kenyan shillings in 10 months at age 23, making him the most valuable player in Africa. He was our very own Mbappe, but unlike the French superstar who has financial managers, Samuel didn't have one. He only had himself to listen to, so with no financial advice, he opened a pharmacy for his wife and went into real estate. He started constructing the Bird Nest complex in Nakuru and bought town buildings which he rent to supermarkets. Investments that dented not his account balance, so he bought homes in Gong, then later walked into a showroom and bought 6 cars at a go. A Toyota RAV4, Land Rover, Land Cruiser, Subaru Impreza, Toyota Milano, and Toyota Mark II. Now with everything he had ever dreamed of at his fingertips, Mans turned into a party monster. He'd go to a club in town, ask the doors to be closed and pay for everyone's drink, sometimes to the tune of 200,000 shillings. Afterwards, he'd drive his car home while drunk, sometimes stepping on roadside sellers' vegetables and paying them double their stock just because he could. He was a menace in the town, and nobody could stop him. Not even his wife, who he threatened to kill after a home disagreement. Because Mans wanted to marry again, which Triza felt was betrayal. So when she pressured him into an official church wedding, which he didn't want, he whacked her. Because his mom had already found him another wife and fellow athlete Mary, who she wanted him to marry. This constant conflict at home between his wife and mom over his finances left him to the mercies of the bottle, which led him to impregnate his favorite bartender Jane, who would later lead him to his death after Sam took her to his home for some good night loving after a night of drinking, only to be found in bed by Sammy's wife Triza naked playing UEFA. Triza was shocked, especially since she had withdrawn her case months earlier after he had promised to chill in a Valentine date. So not long ago, a confrontation began, and next thing we heard, Samuel had died after he fell from his balcony in what was ruled as a suicide. His death was a mystery because, as you can see, the distance doesn't seem much, but because he was drunk, we accepted that he left us at the age of 24 years. According to you, what do you think happened to Samuel?